Wait, look at that! A sparkly pink tutu is spinning through the air. A gardening hat just splashed into a pond. And somewhere in Willow Village, behind the rose bush, very, very small, a little koala is whispering, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" How did all of this happen? Let's go back to this morning and find out.
My name is Clover. I'm the mail carrier of Willow Village. Every morning, I grab my big red mail sack, put on my little blue hat, just like this, and skip down the sunny path to deliver packages to all my friends. I've never, ever mixed up a single delivery. Not once, not ever, until today.
This morning, Clover's alarm didn't go off. She woke up late, grabbed the first red sack she saw, and zoomed out the door. Whoosh! She never looked back. She never saw the tiny yellow note sitting on the table behind her. The note that said, "Wrong sack." And by lunchtime, Clover wouldn't just have mixed up mail to fix, she'd have a broken friendship to fix too.
First stop, Grandpa Tortoise. A special package just for you, Grandpa. He opened it up and out popped a sparkly pink tutu. He blinked his big, slow eyes once, twice. I ordered a gardening hat, dear. My smile went stiff as a plank. Ha ha, how fun! Bye, Grandpa. And then I ran. I really, really ran.
Next door, little duckling Dee. She'd been waiting all week for one very special package. Her birthday was tomorrow. She ripped the paper off so fast and found a dusty old gardening hat. Her little beak wobbled. One tiny tear rolled down her cheek. "That's okay," she whispered, very quietly. Clover was already gone. 4 more stops. 4 more wrong packages. Mrs. Flamingo got a fairy storybook instead of sunflower seeds. A soup pot landed with Mr. Hedgehog. Mrs. Bramble tore open seeds she had never heard of in her life. Do you know what nobody in the whole village received? Their real delivery, not one single friend.
Then Clover stopped on the path, looked in her sack. Every single label wrong. Her stomach dropped all the way to her toes. All her friends trusted her. Dee's birthday was tomorrow, and Clover had let every single one of them down. This was really, really bad.
So Clover had a plan. Swap everything back quietly, quickly, and nobody would ever know. She tiptoed to Grandpa Tortoise's garden on her softest koala paws. But wait, can you guess what Grandpa was doing? He was twirling in the pink tutu in front of everyone, and he looked extremely pleased with himself.
Every swap I tried made it worse. Now Dee had the tutu, Grandpa had the fairy book, and Mr. Hedgehog's seeds were blowing down the lane in the wind. The more I rushed around, the more things tumbled and flopped and flew. And then, all at once, every single friend turned around and looked straight at me. They knew. Clover could run. She could hide behind the rose bush until it got dark and pretend none of this ever happened. But then she thought about Dee, sweet little Dee, birthday tomorrow. and something braver than the scared feeling squeezed her heart tight. She walked out to the middle of the village square. Every eye was on her. She took the biggest breath of her life. "I made a mistake," I said. My voice wobbled like jelly. "I grabbed the wrong sack this morning and mixed up every delivery. Then I tried to sneak it fixed and made it even worse. I'm so sorry. Dee, your real birthday gift is still at the post office. I'm so sorry." My heart was pounding so loud I could hear it.
Dee waddled straight over and took Clover's paw. "You told the truth," she said. "That's the best part." Grandpa clapped, still wearing the tutu. Everyone laughed. They sorted every single package in 10 minutes all together. Dee got her fairy storybook that same afternoon, one whole day early. So the next time you mix something up and want to hide, don't. Just say the words out loud. Your friends will help sort it every single time. Hat on, Clover skips.